Without question, my number one absolute favorite thing about Atlanta is that it has so many different, unique neighborhoods in the city. Every neighborhood has its own identity, has its own personality, and no matter what kind of neighborhood you're looking for, you can find it here. If you're looking for a neighborhood with peak walkability that has a lot of high-rise condo buildings and other types of dense housing options, as well as a lot of businesses right in your area, we've got it. If you want a neighborhood with a more residential feel, more single-family homes, a lot of trees, but still has some walkability, we've got that too. I love all of our in-town neighborhoods, and each one of them has something great to offer. But today I'm going to walk you through 5 of my favorite in-town neighborhoods and what makes them truly special to me. Let's get started. Hey y'all, this is Robert Murphy with the Murphy Group, and I'm putting up new videos every week walking you through what it's like to live, work, and play in Metro Atlanta. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you're the first one to know when the next one's up. We talk to people all the time just like you who are thinking about a move to Metro Atlanta, and we love talking about all the great things that the city we call home has to offer. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in Atlanta real estate, our contact info is in the description, and we'd love to hear from you. As somebody who's lived in the city for over 10 years, I've done a lot of exploring of the many different neighborhoods of Atlanta. Every single in-town Atlanta neighborhood has something I love about it and reasons that it could be a great place to live. If you're thinking about a move to Atlanta, these are 5 of my absolute favorite neighborhoods and why I love them. Let's go. The first neighborhood I'm going to highlight is Summer Hill. Summer Hill is one of Atlanta's oldest, most historic neighborhoods, established in 1865. It sits just south of downtown, right in the heart of the city. It's under a 20-minute drive to the Atlanta airport and just a few minutes away from the closest MARTA station and the nearest connection to the Atlanta Beltline. In terms of housing, Summer Hill is predominantly single-family homes, but with recent commercial development as well as the huge investment made by Georgia State University, we're seeing a lot more dense housing options with new construction townhomes as well as large apartment buildings coming into the area. In terms of single-family homes, you can find everything from historic craftsman homes and bungalows to big new constructions and moderns, and the prices are going to range from the 400s all the way up to the 800s plus. Without question, my absolute favorite thing about the Summer Hill neighborhood is the incredible commercial transformation that's taken place over the past few years. Until a few years ago, Summer Hill was the longtime home of the Atlanta Braves. Once they moved north to Cobb County, Georgia State and others made a massive investment in the Summer Hill neighborhood. The result is probably my personal favorite in-town commercial stretch. Georgia Avenue has everything from barbecue to pizza, hot dogs, donuts, a brewery. A brand new Publix just opened its doors recently, and there's a whole lot more to come. Now, I can't really do a list of my favorite neighborhoods in Atlanta and leave off my own neighborhood. Number 2 on the list is Eastlake. The Eastlake neighborhood is the easternmost point of the city, and it's also the neighborhood that I call home. It's about a 20-minute drive to the Atlanta airport, but it does have its own MARTA station right in the neighborhood just a couple of minutes up the road. In terms of housing options, Eastlake has seen a major influx of new construction townhomes recently, but is still a majority single-family home neighborhood. The neighborhood has beautiful craftsman homes, it has brick bungalows. We're seeing a lot more renovations and new constructions in the area as well. Home prices are typically going to start in the 500s and then go north up as high as over $1 million. The Hosea and Second development added a really nice commercial space to the area, and Eastlake is going to be one of the more walkable in-town neighborhoods. Eastlake is also the home of the Eastlake Golf Club, which is the annual site of the PGA Tour Championship. It's a great neighborhood that my family absolutely loves to call home. Number 3 on the list of my favorite neighborhoods in Atlanta is Inman Park. Have you ever gone through that process of building a brand new car online and you start with that base model and the price is pretty reasonable, but then you start adding the upgrades, you add the technology, you add the upgraded wheels, the sunroof, all the bells and whistles, and then you get to the end and you're like, wow, that price is way different than where we started. With its in-town location, proximity to the Beltline, beautiful, stunning homes, and the price tags of those homes, to me, Inman Park is the all the bells and whistles neighborhood of in-town Atlanta. Without question, Inman Park has some of the most beautiful homes in the entire city. Single-family homes typically start in the 800s, quickly go north of $1 million, and the best of the best are going for $2 million plus. One of the great things about the neighborhood is that with its proximity to the Beltline, you are able to find some more dense housing options. There are townhomes and condos that are obviously going to be at a lower price point than the huge single-family homes in the neighborhood. The Inman Park stretch of the Beltline is my favorite stretch of the Beltline. It goes right through the neighborhood, and it's got a lot of great local small businesses right along the Beltline. It's super walkable. It's also got Krog Street Market, which is a great little food hall right in the neighborhood. A much more affordable in-town neighborhood, and one that, in my opinion, does not get nearly as much attention as it deserves, is the Westview neighborhood on the west side. That's number 4 on my list of my favorite in-town Atlanta neighborhoods. Westview is a very residential neighborhood. It's predominantly single-family homes. You see a lot of great brick bungalows, a lot of renovated ones. You'll see the occasional new construction home. As far as prices go, they're typically going to be in the 400s or the 500s. Every now and then you can find something in the high 3s. It's a walkable neighborhood with a commercial stretch right down the middle with local restaurants. It's also got direct access to the West Side Beltline that connects you to West End and other West Side neighborhoods. My 5th and final favorite in-town neighborhood for today is Midtown. And now Midtown can't possibly be covered in its entirety in just a minute or so. So I'm going to hit the highlights today. I'm going to go way more in depth in a future video. Midtown is probably going to be your best chance to live in Atlanta and not own a car. It's extremely walkable, and it's got multiple MARTA stops right in the neighborhood. In terms of housing, Midtown has every type of housing option you could possibly be looking for. It's got high-rise condo buildings with all the amenities. It's got smaller boutique condo buildings with historic charm. It's got small multifamily homes that you can live in. It's got townhomes. It's got small single-family homes, little bungalows. It's also got huge historic homes by Piedmont Park. As far as price points, it really varies. You can find everything from a studio condo for under $200,000 all the way up to $1 million plus homes near Piedmont Park and everything in between. So whatever your budget is, you can probably find something that'll fit in Midtown. Midtown also has any kind of business you could be looking for, whether it's bars and restaurants or coffee shops, gyms, retail, everything. It also has large office buildings with companies like Google and Bank of America, as well as large law firms and countless others. In my opinion, it's the part of Atlanta that really has the most big city feel. So to wrap up, my 5 favorite in-town neighborhoods for today are Summerhill, Eastlake, Inman Park, Westview, and Midtown. Like I said, there's something to love about every in-town Atlanta neighborhood and reasons that it would be a great place to live. I moved to Atlanta over 10 years ago, and it's where we're raising our family. I think it's a great place to call home, and I love talking to people every day just like you who are thinking about making Atlanta their home. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or make a Zoom appointment right down in the description because we'd love to connect.